7A Maraval Road. This is TTT News at 6:30 p.m.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ayana Carter. Welcome to TTT News. The results are in. 11 out of 40 Calypsonians were selected to compete at the Calypso Monarch Finals against reigning monarch Terry Lyons. Among the 11 receiving the judges' nod after Saturday's fiercely contested competition are Skatey, Chuck Gordon, Mark Eastman, Maria Bola-Paul, Snakey, Karine Ashe, and Tamika Darius. Aaron Duncan was named as the reserve. All 12 contestants will do battle on Dimanche Gras, Carnival Sunday, February 19th at the Queen's Park, Savannah. Former Calypso monarchs Sugar Aloes, Mighty Chalk Dust, Dwayne O'Connor and Kurt Allen did not make the cut. Tune in to TTT on Sunday, February 19th from 7 p.m. for full coverage of Dimanche Gras 2023 Metamorphosis from Mud to Mass. The National Carnival Commission is reminding carnival band leaders who will have trucks on the road to have their vehicles inspected and carnival permits issued on time. The NCC, in a media release, notes that Tuesday, February 14th and Thursday, February 16th are the designated days when vehicle inspections will be carried out for the issue of Carnival 2023 permits. The NCC One shop at the Queen's Park Savannah will be open on these days to facilitate permit applicants. The shop's hours are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The NCC says these permits are necessary for all members of the public driving in Port of Spain on Carnival Saturday, Carnival Monday, and Carnival Tuesday. The NCC further reminds the public that they can also apply for carnival permits at any of the following licensing offices: Ryson Road Licensing Office, San Fernando Licensing Office, and Caroni Licensing Office. The recent long lines at both the San Fernando and Caroni licensing offices are being blamed on truckers who failed to take advantage of the 2-year moratorium afforded by the government. Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said, in addition to this, the licensing office has been clearing up or correcting errors in the new system. But he says measures are in place to deal with such a heavy backup, including reintroducing an appointment system from Monday.
The government did put a 2-year moratorium on inspections. Unfortunately, that was not taken advantage of by most of the heavy vehicle operators. And as a subsequent to that, and the new system being put in at license office, where you have to, for the first time, present your vehicles for inspection. Unfortunately, in the past, almost 70% of these vehicles were inspected but were never presented to the license offices.
Minister Sinanan also assured that should there be any errors that need to be corrected, vehicle owners would not have to go over the entire process.
If these problems are identified at a garage, you no longer have to take the car back to the license office. The garage will take pictures of the car, forward it to the license office. You will go to the license office in a separate line, so you don't have to go through that hassle, and these records will be corrected. The system that we're putting in place is trying to correct the records at license office, which have been wrong for the last 60 or 70 years.
In other news, the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation is bringing the carnival spirit to Tobago's youth using edutainment. TTT News caught up with the team at Hope Anglican and Mount St. George Methodist Primary Schools on Friday as they rolled out Mass on the Move.
So we go around with the 7 of the traditional characters. We have like the sailors, the dabblery, the midnight robbers, the bats, and those things, and we use it in a theatrical form. So we teach the children so that there's that intergenerational transfer of the knowledge and the customs and the beliefs of yesterday, so that they truly can be a wholesome individual and be truly exposed to what our culture has been.
Mr. Taylor noted the schools are selected based on a lottery system. He added the creatives will continue the initiative next week at other schools and spaces.
It's to put the mass where all the people are, whether they be in the streets, whether they be in corporate spaces, in commercial spaces, in the divisions, and truly lend to what is said to be the mother of all carnival. But we continue to use this nucleus to ensure that we time, like I said, those cells, those cultural cells, so to be, so that we can have people who continue to pursue the culture and the arts as a way forward.
Training sessions will also be hosted by the Culture Department on Monday and Tuesday at the Shore Park Complex. More to come. Stay with us.
Carnival Monday night.
February 20th will be brass, and more brass as the National Carnival Commission presents Brass Bacchanal.
Brass Bacchanal.
Our third edition at Festival City, Queen's Park, Savannah.
Starting 8:30 p.m.
10 bands will do battle for the first prize of $100,000. Brass Bacchanal is a cooler event, so bring your coolers and your crew.
No oversized coolers, no glass bottles allowed. Come and remember the days when brass bands ruled.
Tickets are only $125, so get yours now. Tickets available at Caches and Java Nation stores nationwide. The NCC head office, Queen's Park, Savannah, and online at islandetickets.com. For more information, call 480-5100.
Who will win the first prize of $100,000?
Brass Bacchanal will take you back to the good old days. If you're a brass fan, don't miss this one. Brass Bacchanal.
Calling all Earth Defenders. Folio has recruited Kyle and Maya to join the team to save our planet from Charlie the Litterbug. You too can become one of the Earth Defenders to unite against pollution and defeat Charlie.
Tell the radio to play me. They tell the crowd not to array me. I hear they send a dragon to slay me. A man come with big money just to pay me off.
No web of lies, just a Nancy or history was meant to be read aloud to bring back what was once past. The way stories were once passed mouth to mouth like CPR. So my brother and I, we never turned down a story.
He said tonight is the night for that.
Welcome back. 30 families in the La Horquetta Talparo constituency will benefit from receiving an estimated $725,000 from the National Commission for Self-Help Limited. More in this report. At the handing over ceremony held recently, Chief Executive Officer of the National Commission for Self-Help, Kelvin Frith, explained that these grants will be used for minor repairs, construction, emergency repairs and reconstruction assistance. Member of Parliament for the La Horquetta Talparo constituency, Foster Cummings, affirmed government's dedication to the sustainable development of all citizens and highlighted several upcoming developments within his constituency, such as the recent sod turning for the La Horquetta Library and the establishment of a youth development centre.
We are currently working on the youth camp for Wallerfield to give those young people another chance. So we don't consider this a handout. Consider this the effort of the government to assist you in realizing your dream.
Minister of Sport and Community Development Shamfa Kajo, who has responsibility for the Commission, revealed since assuming the role as Minister of this ministry in 2020, the Self-Help Commission has distributed approximately $10 million in grants to hundreds of families.
For us, it's more than just putting some money in your hand to fix a roof or to fix the floor or to fix the window. It's about repositioning. It's about making a direct investment in your lives to help you improve your living condition. It's about empowerment of people. It's about enriching your lives.
Following the ceremony, 3 recipients expressed their gratitude for the Self-Help Commission's assistance as they move forward in rebuilding their homes.
I prayed and fasted for this for so many years. This is a blessing for me and my family.
I have not regretted the years that I have waited for the fulfillment of this. I want to say thanks very much. I very much appreciate it.
Well, I have been waiting since 2019, but I am happy. I was very happy to get a call one day stating I never doubted it for a moment.
Recipients were urged to be change agents in their communities by living purpose-filled lives. The Woodbrook Community Council is exploring different avenues to promote community building. One way to do so was through their community pop-up carnival market at Vinnie Marget on Sunday. Mahalia Joseph Wharton has more.
Head of the Woodbrook Community Council, Ashel Waddell, said the council focuses on micro and small businesses to encourage entrepreneurship in their pop-up markets.
We've been doing it for approximately 6 months now, and we're just trying to maintain the activity in the area to build community. And in the future, we do plan to have other activities.
She said the market was not just for carnival-related items.
We marketed it as a Valentine Carnival because, Valentine's is coming up. And at this time of year, we all forget about Valentine's until it's too late. So we're trying to incorporate both in our selection of vendors today.
Co-owner of Vinnie Marget, Rosemary Hezekiah, known to many as Roses, shared that she was more than happy to open her doors to house the market.
And I think they're really trying to bring people together and to bring people to the area. So, R.M. Avenue has people in the area, but to bring another aspect of, like having this market where local craftspeople can come and artisans and even people who are importing.
Founder of Sinker Designs, Belinda Murray, was one of the many artisans at the market. She had a number of her bags on display, like her specialty single-bottle cooler bag, which might come in handy for fete goers.
It keeps it cold for like about 6 hours if you buy the insulated ones. These are insulated. These keep your water cold for like about 8 hours. So these are my specialty now. I'm trying to promote it for the carnival period because, this is a time where we need to keep our drinks cool. So these are what I'm promoting.
She can be found on social media via the handle Sinker Designs. A total of 13 vendors were present at the market. Mahalia Joseph Wharton, TTT News.
In this week's festival time, reporter Kimberly D'Souza caught up with soca artists Nyla Blackman and Skinny Fabulous, whose song is one of the Road March contenders for 2023, Come Home. They performed at the Lost Tribes sailor-themed event, Fete Yard. Kimberly also caught up with patrons at the Queen's Royal College event, Fete Royal, and both are featured in tonight's festival time.
Make good music and put it out, and the people want what the people want. So if it's road march, that's what it will be.
Moments before Nyla Blackman and Skinny Fabulous's performance at the Lost Tribes sailor-themed event, Fete Yard, Nyla Blackman shared the meaning of their 2023 hit song, Come Home.
The feeling came from being outside of Trinidad a lot during the pandemic, and really and truly, Carnival is back in town. It's been 2 years, a long time, so we're excited to be home.
Skinny Fabulous shared that both artists decided that the song would be a good addition to each of their albums because of how soulful it is. He agreed that a Road March contender was never in the books for the track.
Never in either of us said it was about Road March. And to be honest, it still is not about Road March. It's about Carnival. And we don't make hits. People choose hits. So if it is to be that, it will be that. And we're grateful.
Nyla Blackman and Skinny Fabulous were surprise guests at the Lost Tribes' first event, Fete Yard. The sailor-themed event encouraged attendees to dress in their creative versions of sailor masks. The event also featured performances by some of the top soca artists of the season and included all the trimmings that make a Lost Tribe event truly unique. We then headed up to one of the magnificent 7 buildings around the Savannah, the Queen's Royal College, for its annual all-inclusive Fete Royale. As with many all-inclusives, the event featured a range of food, drinks, and moving performances. People also told us what keeps them coming back for more.
Good food, good drinks, good music, good people. Every time.
Yes, because I never miss QRC. This is like an event annually for me. So I love QRC. It's one of my main events. Yes, I have been to QRC, I've been to CIC, and this is one of the better fetes I've always been coming to every year.
Hey guys, you don't know, it's Naila, and it is festival time on TTT.
Boom, you know what I'm saying, yo. This is your boy Skinny Fabulous, and right now this is festival time on TTT. Somebody say, ah, whoa, bam.
Floral, musk, fruity, delicate, and strong. It is said that you're never fully dressed without perfume, a quote that Sanctus Hill Tobago resident Amira Lashley takes seriously. She took her love for fragrances one step further by creating her very own line of perfumes and colognes with a regal touch. More in tonight's I Love Tobago segment.
Bringing out your inner essence, enveloping yourself in luxury, and feeling like royalty. Amira Lashley says this is exactly how her customers will feel when they use the fragrances from her debut royalty line: King, Queen, Majesty, Majestic, Emperor, and Empress.
Just like, you know, you are aware of Marc Jacobs or Issey Miyake. I want, when you say Mira fragrances, you have to be like, who is Mira fragrances? You must be very much aware that it's a Tobago-based cologne and perfume that is really worth wearing and it lasts.
Though the brand celebrates its first anniversary on February 14th, Amira has been making fragrances for personal use, family, and friends for the past 10 years. Her Valentine's Day launch date was not chosen by chance. Amira says she wants the wearer to experience the love she has put into its creation.
It's not mass produced, and a lot of love goes into making my products. When I make a batch, it's not like, you know, I'm making a multiple at one time so it would get watered down, it would lose its essence. No, it's a very unique. You don't know if any other fragrance or perfume or cologne made in Tobago. I say Trinidad and Tobago, so I don't think you could get more unique than that.
The support has been overwhelming, and not just from Trinidad and Tobago. Her products are featured on store shelves in New York and Fort Lauderdale. This multi-talented mother of two says she draws motivation and strength from her children and her father.
I'm a single parent and I want to be able to provide for my children without any help, all on my own. I mean, I have a daughter that is in college in the States and I have a 10-year-old son, so I want to be able to afford for them to have a comfortable lifestyle. So, you know, you just can't do that on one salary the way things are now. So, you know, it's just that.
Though marketing the 6 fragrances in her royalty line is her main focus in the short term, Amira's aim is to make Mira fragrances a household name internationally.
Remember, you can keep up to date with all that's happening on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TTT Live Online. To come in sport, gold for Jareem in New York. Details after the break.
Say goodbye to slow internet and say hello to Digicel Plus Fiber Internet, where you get more speed for faster browsing and gaming, more bandwidth for better streaming in 4K ultra high definition, more reliability so your internet stays on no matter the weather, more devices online so your family can do the things they love at the same time. Don't settle for slow. Plug into Plus, the home fiber network that gives you more. Call us to switch today. Digicel Plus.
Fantastic Friday has moved to Skinner Park, San Fernando. The Chutney Soca Monarch Finals will now be held Fantastic Friday, February 17th. Don't miss our special segment, Legends and Icons, with a special tribute to Anil Beam. Featuring performances by Nival Chaitlal, Ravi B and Karma, Satnarayan Raghu, Bugdram Holas, Rasika Dindia, Ruplal G, Drupati, and Terry Gadrad from Guyana. 13 finalists will vie for the Chutney Soca Monarch and the Queen of Chutney Soca. Absolutely free to the public. This international star-studded event is a gift to the nation, powered by the Government of Trinidad and Tobago, the National Carnival Commission, B-Mobile, TTT, Visit Trinidad, Angostura White Oak, and Southex.
The second test between the West Indies and Zimbabwe got going today in Bulawayo, and after letting the host off the hook in the first test, Craig Brathwaite and his men got off to another good start on day one. They had Zimbabwe back in the pavilion before lunch, all out for 115 in just 40.5 overs, with a top score of 38 coming from Innocent Kaya. The hosts were undone by the spin of Gujrik Muti and took 7 wickets at the cost of 37 runs. Jason Holder was economical for his 7 overs and 2 wickets. The West Indies lost Captain Craig with just 13 on the board, but Tejnarayan Chandapol and Raymond Reefer put them on the road to a first innings lead with a 73-run second wicket partnership. That lead turns out to be a slim one, as Chandapol fell for 36 and Reefer 53, which is the top score so far. Jermaine Blackwood got to 22 before being the 4th man out as the West Indies closed the day 133 with Kyle Mayers on 8 and Roston Chance 5 being the batters resuming on day 2 with an 18-run lead. At the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, India triumphed over bitter rivals Pakistan on by 7 wickets. Pakistan captain Bismar Maroof won the toss and elected to bat. She ended their innings top scorer with an unbeaten 68 from 55 as part of an 81-run partnership with Aisha Naseem. Naseem was also unbeaten, finishing with 43. Radha Yadav was the most effective India bowler with figures for 2 for 21. Jemima Rodriguez anchored the India response with an unbeaten 53 from 38. Shafali Verma scored 33 and Risha Ghosh put up an unbeaten 31 from 20. Nashra Sandhu had best figures for 2 for 15 but couldn't stop the Indians, who reached their total with 6 balls remaining. Trinidad and Tobago's under-17 men lost a hard-fought Group F opener 3-2 against Canada. Kyla Vojvodic scored in the 27th and 68th. Chimeri Omizi got the other Maple Leaf goal in the 61st. Malachi Webb got TNT's first in the 67th, and Lindell Sween's now viral 81st minute free kick strike was the final goal of the match. In football, Trinidad and Tobago attacker Levi Garcia led AEK Athens to win their 5th win in a row against giants Olympiacos in the Greek Cup.
The Greek Super League's joint top scorer was again in the thick of the goalmouth action. AEK's energetic press causing all sorts of trouble for the 47-time league champions, and Levi at the very end to put them in the lead after just 3 minutes. AEK in the ascendancy kept up the pressure. Their second goal was beautifully constructed, but Jaje Samaseku's own goal made a dubious claim to the glory. 2-0 after 27. In the 13th minute of second half time added on, Mihat Gasinovic turned his man expertly, only to be upended. Garcia spotted the penalty and bashed in his brace, 4th of the tournament and 15th overall. 3-0 the final score. With the win, AEKI in the driver's seat against the league's biggest team ahead of the second leg on March 1st. Jovan Ravello, TTT Sport.
Jareem Richards sprinted a season's best to 400-meter gold at the 115th Millrose Games in New York on Saturday. The race on the indoor Mondo at Amory Park pitted Richards against 3 Americans. He finished in a time of 45.84, an improvement on his previous best of 45.88 just last week. Noah Williams clocked 46.20 seconds for silver after beating Richards in the same event at the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston. Bryce Dedmon was third in 46.34 seconds. Last week, Richards and Williams both stopped the clock on 45.88 seconds, but the former was edged into silver medal position by fractions of a second. The weather report is up next. Stay with us.
Hey, where the cooler? Wait, I feel we leave it at the bottom of the hill, you know. Don't worry, I'll get it. Nah, boy. You come back with the cooler. You earn real stripes, brother. Let me take a shot of punching.
Tell the radio to play me. They tell the crowd not to array me. I hear they send a dragon to slay me. A man come with big money just to pay me off.
No web of lies, just a Nancy or history was meant to be read aloud to bring back what was once past. The way stories were once passed mouth to mouth like CPR. So my brother and I, we never turned down a story.
He said tonight is the night for that.
TTT News, delivering more news more often to more people. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. Log on to www.ttt.live.
Tonight, partly cloudy with occasional showers over few areas. Tomorrow, sunshine will likely be interrupted by intervals of cloudiness and scattered showers, especially from mid-morning. Winds can become gusty near showers. Seas are moderate, waves near 2 meters in open waters, and below 1 meter, occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. Bursting with color, movement, and energy. From babes in arms to teenagers, the Queen's Park Savannah came alive on Saturday as the Red Cross Kiddies Carnival made its return to the big stage after 2 years. More in tonight's Feel Good Moment.
Individuals in simple and magnificent costumes were the first to grace the Savannah stage, with portrayals depicting everything from cultural experiences, everyday life, and fantasy. And what is Carnival without some elements of traditional mass? The next generation of Blue Devils ensured that this carnival art form was front and center. After waiting patiently, neatly lined up, the bands also had their time on stage.
This is TTT News. On behalf of all of us here, have a good night.
This is not a fete in here, this is madness. This is not the kind of jam where you stand like a choopy begging for mercy. This is not a fete in here.